Hey, how's it going? So what kind of wood is Diggler going to play with today? Well, today I have three pieces of wood. I have a piece of aspen, a piece of padauk, and a fairly big piece of Osage orange. Now these three color pieces of wood put together, they kind of remind me of sunrise, I guess you could say. But I'm going to make a charcuterie board. I think it'll look fantastic. So let's get busy. So here you're going to see that I have made templates for every single charcuterie board that I make. And what this allows me to do is it allows me to use offcuts to set over top of my template to know how much material I'm going to need to make it. It also lets me plan out how it's going to look. So what I'm doing is laying it all out. By the way, I want to give a shout out to all of my subscribers, those of you who have been with me from the beginning, because it's been just over a year since I created this channel, and those of you who are new to my channel, I do put out a video every 2 weeks in long form, and then the opposite week I'll do short form clips of the video that I had just released. I just want to welcome you guys, anybody that's new, and those of you who've been with me for a while, thanks. I appreciate it. In case you've missed it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the top right hand corner to the charcuterie boards that I've made in the past. Check them out. So once I've got all the pieces marked, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a tape measure, of course, get a measurement on all the pieces, write them down so that I know what I need to put the fence on my table saw at to cut them. By the way, once you've cut them, you'll want to either run a jointer on the edge, unless you've got a really square table saw with a really good fence. Like mine is I've got mine set up to be really mint, so I don't even worry about it. Mine comes out like absolutely perfect. But if yours doesn't come out perfect and you have a jointer or even a jointer sled, I would use it to make sure that when you do the glue up that it comes out perfect. So after all three pieces are cut, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in my 4-way pressure clamps and set it up so that I can, well, glue them together. So what I do just before the glue up is I'll set the template on it and I'll make a mark across all three boards. So now I'm going to add glue to 2 of the 3 pieces, of course. Then I'm going to spread the glue out, set it down, and get ready for clamping. So I had an interesting question by a friend of mine the other day at one of the markets, and he asked what I thought this year is my biggest seller. And it seems like every single year it's something different. You can never guess what it's going to be for the year. Last year it was spoons. This year it's charcuterie boards. So my question is the same for everybody out there. What do you guys have as your biggest seller for this year? And what's your approximate location? I'm really curious. So one of my upcoming videos I'm going to make is going to be a little bit longer than normal. And it's going to be a full build on a basket weave cutting board from start to finish, including all the measurements that you're going to need. You're going to want to check that out. Once I have it clamped, what I'll do is I'll just wipe the excess glue off. It saves a little bit of time later. Also, what I do is I'll let the clamped project sit for a week before I do any kind of flattening. I will take them out of the clamps the next day, but I won't do anything with it for a week. My reason behind that is glue does contain moisture. Moisture does need to evaporate, and if you take and flatten it too quickly, it will just it'll warp on you, or the pieces are going to be uneven height. So my big suggestion is turn around, wait a week before you do anything with it. After it's finally flattened, what I'll do is I'll use a 1/8 inch end mill bit, and I'm going to have the machine cut the shape for me. Just, it does save a lot of time having a CNC machine. But if you don't have a CNC machine, what you could do is stick the template on to the piece with two-sided tape, and then run a patterning bit on a router table around the outside to get the same effect. Now, one of the last steps prior to sanding, or I guess second last step prior to sanding, is running it through, for me, a drum sander to get the shape to come free. You could use a planer if you had it. I've got a drum sander. I prefer the drum sander over a planer because I do a lot of end grain boards. Over to the router table to give it a really nice, very small round over on all the edges. I find it has a really nice clean look to it. So I seem to use the router table for rounding over charcuterie boards more than anything else. If I do cutting boards, because they're more rectangular and less of an odd shape, I usually just use the random orbital sander to break the edges, to give it a nice little round over. Oh yes, my favorite part, sanding. Can you hear the sarcasm in my voice? Yeah, well, it's true. I hate it, but it's got to be done, and the end result is nice. So I'll start sanding after running through the drum sander, and I'll go 80 grit, 120, 180, 240. Then I'll raise the grain once, and then I'll go back to 240 one more time, and then 320 to finish it off before dipping it, before actually vacuuming off the piece and dipping it in the mineral oil. Now, here's a tip for you. Having a wood like padauk and aspen or maple fairly close to each other, you can get the sand, some of the sanding dust into the aspen, and you will see it. So my suggestion is sand the aspen with the sander on the last grit with the Osage orange, and then just do the padauk separately, and then you won't get any dust that goes into the aspen. If you've done this before, you'll know what I'm talking about, and it does get frustrating. Same thing with maple. Maple is the same sort of issue I found. Ha! After all that rambling, here's the dip in the mineral oil for the reveal. What do you think? It's a very nice looking board, I think. And finally, Diggler out.